Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the 70th episode of PandTha Talks. That feels weird to say.
It
Oh,
does. It sounds like a crazy number too. Hello, everybody.
well, you got to think. We're well over a year into this, which is insane in itself.
Yep.
And that's 52 weeks. And considering we didn't do a couple weeks last year and this year so far, and then we've
Yeah.
got, well, what, 6 months into the year so far?
Already. Oof.
It's insanity. So there is not much this episode. I will just come straight out with that. It is a slow news week, and that is just how it's going to be. Sadly, about this time of year, what everyone's doing is we're sat waiting for the big showcases of new games. That's just the
Yeah.
truth of it. And they are coming soon. From what I know, they're due in some point in June. Let me quickly take a check. Because I know there's the Xbox showcase. Let's have a look. That's June 9th. So basically,
It's just a waiting game.
this time next week is when everything begins. So probably the week after will be when everything fully kicks up. What I might do though, if Will here sounds sounds interested, would you be interested, Will, in watching the stream live? We can dissect it.
What day and time?
It is. I'm just trying to pull that out actually. So it is June 9th, and it's 10 a.m.
Well, that's this
Pacific
time next week.
Standard. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
June 9th, PT, 10 a.m. PT to BST. Typically works out. Yeah, so it's 5 o'clock next week.
Yeah, that could work.
Cool. So that'll be the Xbox showcase, and straight after that, they're going to be throwing the Black Ops 6 showcase. So
Yeah, I saw literally just the name Black Ops 6 and was like, dear God, so much for that being a trilogy. Remember those
yeah,
days?
yeah.
Fuck no.
So yeah, that's what we'll do next week then. So we'll create the episode early in the day, and then we'll go on to do the stream after.
Yep.
Sounds like a plan. So that's
Right.
the announcement that we're doing that next week,
Hmm.
because otherwise I will forget. That's one thing we will be doing next week. I'll switch over now. There's no real point. So that's always good. We know we've got some stuff sorted there for next week. Cool, happy days. So today's episode we will be covering Take-Two Interactive apparently reportedly planning to announce Mafia 4 soon. We do know they have been working on it since 2022, so that's a good 2 years so far in production. It's also apparently going to be using Unreal Engine 5, which is nice.
Yeah, so enjoy requiring a 4080 just to play that game.
My GPU and CPU work just fine for this, thank you. Next, Unity co-founder David Helgason's next act, gaming the climate crisis. Because as we all know, gaming's environment's just getting worse and worse.
Isn't it just both for the players and the creators?
Ain't that the truth? And the final article that we will be covering today will be Life as an Amateur Gamer. 4 amateur gamers share their experiences of gaming online, the connections they've made, and how one befriended a handyman from Tuscany. Me and Will can talk in quite good detail on this one, as
Well,
you can
I'm
probably
looking
guess.
forward to see what's they're considering as amateur gaming.
Yeah, it's a fair point as well. So yeah, those will be the articles, and then to end it off, I'll have a question to ask, which should end in a nice debate. I'm not spoiling that
Which
yet.
again, I'm terrified to know what
Yeah,
earth he's gonna,
you keep
throw
saying
sideways
this.
at us. It's you, Rory. I don't play dumb. You know what you're doing. You know what you've done. You know what you're
I have
gonna
no
do.
idea what you mean.
Yes, you do.
Right. Take Two plan to announce Mafia 4. So, the team at Hangar 13 has been working on a new Mafia game for a couple of years at this point. The next game in the long running series is now expected to be announced later this year, and it will be built on Unreal Engine 5. I'm already happy with this news because any new Mafia game is a bonus in my books. I
Again,
absolutely love the series.
I want to see the system requirements to run it.
Yeah, we'll probably get that about the time that they're planning to release. So we already knew from various job listings at Hangar 13 that the studios planning a new Mafia title using Unreal Engine 5 to take advantage of the latest graphical and performance technologies. Now, as I've said before, and we've covered in quite a bit of detail, I don't like the idea of using job listings to find out what games are coming out. It still feels a bit scummy for me, but that's me. Now, according to games researcher Kirkasis, who had previously accurately revealed information on upcoming games, Mafia 4 will be announced later this year. Take-Two has apparently begun preparing for the announcement with plans to unveil the new game very soon. Given that the Summer Games Fest is just around the corner, this doesn't sound like too much of a stretch. So, the Summer Games Fest is another one I typically watch each year. I don't know when it. That's June 7th. That's Friday this week coming.
All right then. So that means we're definitely gonna have quite a lot to cover over
Oh,
next
yeah.
weekend.
So that's actually some good news. Oh, here we go. Yo, I'll quickly finish this article and we'll just quickly come back here after.
Yep. That'll give us a sort of idea of what's gonna be happening.
Oh, definitely. We've known about Mafia 4 since 2022, but we do not know how long the game was in development. Then, with that in mind, I would be skeptical on a 2024 release date, but pushing it to 2025 could be a disaster, as the next Grand Theft Auto game will be coming out. Given that both series share similar concepts, Mafia 4 could be a tough sell if it has to compete with GTA for sales. Yeah, but if you're like me, I actually prefer the time period that this is set in. And the Mafia was an interesting set of gangs because of who they were. They had respect for a code, unlike modern criminals, or it's just like, yeah, fuck you. The only code they have is don't snitch. That's about it.
Even that's not even really a code that is kept to.
Yeah, exactly. So here we go. Oh, cool. We actually get our times as well. So
Lovely.
June 7th, we have the Accessibility Summer Showcase, the Summer Game Fest Live and Day of the Devs, and Devolver Direct, which is Devolver Digital. So that's 4 p.m., 10 p.m., 11 p.m. probably, and 1 a.m. I'm not going to be able to watch that. Wait, actually,
Hmm.
wait, it's Friday. I can watch that. Cool. I've just realized these are on a weekend. I don't go to work the next day.
Yeah.
So then we've got June 8th, which is Wholesome Games, Latin America Game Showcase, Future of Play Direct, Women's League Games, and Future Game Showcase. The Future Game Showcase is actually pretty decent from what I've seen before. And the Future of Play Direct's usually not too bad either. 5, 6, 7, 7:30, 8. Not bad. And then finally, to basically finish off the weekend, you've got Xbox Showcase, Black Ops 6 Direct, and PC Gaming Showcase, which is 6 p.m., 7 p.m., and 9 p.m. We definitely need to watch the PC one, don't we?
Oh yeah.
And
We
because
need
you.
some good releases for us.
Exactly. And because Ubisoft decided they want to be unique, they've got it on a fucking Monday at 8 p.m.
Yeah, because people are totally gonna tune in for that.
I'll probably watch the release the next morning. I I don't even know if there's anything exciting coming from Ubisoft, but what I'm gonna do, Will.
Oh,
Uh,
there's one thing exciting coming from them.
oh, what's that?
Quadruple A games.
Fuck off. You know what you've done. Right. I'm gonna snip that.
Couldn't help myself. I'm sorry.
I noticed you couldn't. I bloody noticed. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drag it over into our research chat. That way, we have a nice screenshot just telling us what that is, and then I'll just quickly grab the BST dates. And then put that in as well. That way, we now know exactly what dates what's happening, so we can keep track as well in our own Discord server. Saves us a bit of time and effort.
Yeah, it just makes it a little bit easier for us too.
Yeah. So, yeah, that'll be pretty cool. We've actually got a few ones to watch over and have a look at. So we'll probably have breaks through the day and come back to it depending on what we're watching.
Yeah.
But if it sounds good to you, we'll get some of those in.
Yep.
And, gives us a lot to talk about on the Sunday.
Oh, it's going to be a busy day.
Oh, definitely. So, Unity co-founder. Let's see what he's up to. Some retired CEOs go to space. That's that's an actual viable option at this point. And a concerning start to any sentence. Others move to Hawaii, but Unity co-founder David Helgason chose a different path after 12 years at the helm of the game engine company, which went public in 2020 at a $13.7 billion valuation.
Jesus Christ.
That is insanity. Having stepped out as CEO in 2014, Helgason still sits at the board of the now listed company he co-founded in Copenhagen in 2004. But most of his time is dedicated to Transition Ventures, an early-stage venture capital firm he launched in 2021 to focus on the climate. Is this really about climate change?
I mean,
I think it is.
not what we expected, I think.
No, not in the slightest. This is genuinely about climate change. He turned around and opened a company for climate change.
I mean, fair play to him.
Yeah, fair play to him completely. I mean, you never ever see this. This is actually unfounded. A billionaire actually going off and doing something interesting. Something different as well. Well,
You mean
interesting.
something for other people as well?
Yeah. Let's have a look at his net worth, shall we? Oh, $533 million.
Nice.
So yeah, he's
Just a
definitely.
little bit of change.
Oh, definitely, just a bit of change. Not like he needs anything else. I can't believe we've reached this in 13 minutes. This is
That did go a
unprecedented.
little too quick.
Yeah, I was trying to drag it as well. Shit. Oh well. We have
Well,
our own.
I was interested for this one anyway because I'm very curious to see what is considered, in quotation marks, an amateur gamer.
Oh, definitely. But the other part is, you and me have a lot to add to this. You gotta think, our entire friendship is basically built on we befriended each other across the sea.
Yep.
So, let's have a look. Have you played a video game online lately? No, not at
Yeah.
all.
Oh,
Not at all.
that's
Never
very sad.
touched them.
Oh, who are you then?
Yeah, me and Will definitely didn't start off playing a mobile game where we can play Death Run or my personal favorite. We played a tank game where tank babies. That's all I'm saying on that one. So yeah, never played an online game. The sheer weight of numbers suggests you probably have. No shit. According to a 2023 survey conducted by comparison site Uswitch, 26% of UK adults are now socialising by playing online. That's 17.5 million of us with controllers, peripherals, and devices in hands. Yeah, and what's your point?
Really not that many.
It doesn't sound that much, does it? I mean, but then again, we're putting it to a worldwide status, and if we saw the statistics of all of them, might be a bit different. And with these sort of numbers logging on, we need to beat lag with a decent broadband connection is greater than ever. This feels like a fucking
Advertisement.
yeah, that's the word. Or as League of Legends esports host Ian Sue Collins puts it, you don't want to be the one that's loading into a lobby so slow like a potato. I think Will's going to be quite offended that you've used a potato as an insulting strategy here.
I used to be that potato, and you know it.
I know you did. Every game that was ever hosted was on my system. That's because when it comes to gaming, the ping is the thing. I hate this article.
What the fuck?
With a passion, I hate this article. Ping is the delay in communication between your computer and someone else's. Actually, that depends on what server you're playing. If you're
If
playing
you're playing
on,
on a server, then it's
yeah,
not between theirs. It's between you and the server, not that you and
exactly.
them.
If you're playing on a server, then it's basically who can connect to the server best. If you're playing client side, on the other hand, then it becomes who's connecting to whose system faster. The shorter it is, the better for you. Wow, I'm so happy you explained that in such good detail.
I mean, if you look at some people from certain parts of the world, apparently the worse the connection, the better for them because they just casually shoot you around corners.
Oh yeah, they're insane. A good ping, for example, is between 40 to 60 milliseconds.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, I'm thinking the same. Mine's usually about 20.
bro, any Rust server I play, I have 13 milliseconds ping, like
That's what you want.
permanently. It doesn't go up or down. It just sits at 13.
Until the other day, anyways.
Shut the fuck up.
It might not sound like a big delay, but when a game relies on split-second reactions, a high ping of 100 milliseconds will almost certainly let you down. Now,
100 millisecond ping feels like 10-minute delay.
oh yeah, I still remember back in TF2 lobbies when you used to play that sort of shit. Good fun. Of course, there's much more to gaming than the competitive aspect. No shit. Of those surveyed by Uswitch, 37% said get online gaming was their main social activity, pointing to the thriving communities that blossom around these online subcultures. Cool. But I don't know what to add to that, honestly. And PandTha Talks, fuck you. It's not all about the ping.
Yeah, tell that to when I used to play on mobile hotspot. God knows
Well,
how high
true.
my ping was, and I was still dropping fucking nukes on Call of Duty.
Exactly. Yours was something else. Pry has a long-held love of FIFA franchise.
Oh, just get rid of this
Pry,
guy, man.
I've got a big question for you. What the fuck does ping have to do with FIFA?
Ugh. Ah,
To be fair, I've never really played it. And if I did play it, I
it's
did one of two things. I got the goalie to run out of the net as far as I could, or I slide tackled everyone, because at least then it was amusing.
but one thing that I will only respect the FIFA games for is the bugs and glitches because holy
Oh,
shit,
yeah.
they're the funniest things in the world.
When I was 17, I used to game with a guy from my FIFA Pro club called Wayne. He lived in Sheffield. We
Really?
played. The worst part is I know multiple people called Wayne. We
Rooney?
played together. No, not one called Rooney, don't worry. We played together for around 3 years across multiple FIFA games without ever meeting. At the time, I remember thinking it was amazing that I could speak to and game with someone 150 miles away. Sort of magical. Well, roughly
Called
how
the
far are you again?
uh, probably like 300 to 500 miles, maybe 6.
Yeah, so fuck you, Pry. We've outdone
It
you.
turns out they were just living next door, went to the same school, sat next to each other.
Just never knew. With a demanding job and a long list of time-consuming hobbies, including fell running, cricket, and golf. Yeah, fuck you, Pry. You're not better than us. God. 29-year-old Pry sounds like someone with no bandwidth for online gaming. But somewhere in his monster schedule, he makes room. Okay, sure. I currently play EA Football Club 24 daily after work. You're paying so much money just for the same game.
Just remove
Retextured.
this guy from this
Yeah.
article. Just get it all out.
First, we'll get rid of all that. Then we'll get rid of all that. Then all that.
Yep.
Also that bit, that bit. Can't get rid of his photo, annoyingly.
It's probably elsewhere.
Probably. But you know what? We'll let his face keep.
No, no. I don't like it.
Fine.
Get him out.
Let's see if I can find him.
There
There
you
he
go.
is. And where's
No.
his text? There it is. There. Happy?
Perfect.
Fucked up the article entirely,
Oh,
but
look at that. No, look, it fixed itself. Wondrous.
it's nice to be connected to a wide community. Shawnee Hollows, 32 piano teacher from Barnsley. Okay, what do you play? World of Warcraft. Okay, that's a bit more acceptable. Few
I
games
mean,
are as
I couldn't
immersive.
give less of a shit about that game, but
Yeah, but it's better than
I mean,
FIFA.
MMOs are kind of just the most boring thing ever because people just continuously get in your way. And the whole reason I play video games is to not have people get in my way.
He sounds so cheerful today, doesn't
You
he?
shush.
Few games are as immersive as the MMORPG, massively multiplayer online role playing game. I just like RPGs personally, co op in particular. Games companies, fucking get it sorted.
Yeah, because then like the two of you, someone you actually like can just sit and dick around. Whereas if you try to do it in an MMO, you're there, you're trying to go somewhere, and suddenly there's 1,000 people waiting in line to get a drop off a fucking mob, and you're like, oh fuck this.
Yeah, that's about right. World
Did I
of
mention I don't
Warcraft.
like MMOs?
Yeah, you mentioned it. I got the hint.
Good, 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 good.
So yeah, a few things are as immersive as the MMORPG World of Warcraft.
I mean, if you're
Barnsley-based
going for
piano.
realism, yeah, very immersive. I try to go to the shop and there's 500 people in front of me. There's no fucking mints left. I just wanted some chili con carne. Gotta wait for the fucking Asda worker, aka the mob, to come around and drop some shit. Oh, but look at that. There's another 500 people fucking ran in front of me and got it instead. Ah, well.
Are you sure you're not talking about scalping? Sounds more like you're talking about scalping than it does you talking about going for food. Barnsley-based piano teacher Shawnee is one of the millions who've been seduced, okay, by its epic fantasy realm, containing dungeons stuffed with dragons and monsters. What the fuck do you classify a dragon as if not a monster? A near
It's a
infinite
dragon,
number of
Rory.
quests and raids. Oh,
The thing I hate most about these kind of games is just the drops you get, and it's just constant RNG,
yeah.
and you're just waiting on the correct number.
I know your feeling on RNG.
It's so much work and effort, and when you have to sit and just grind the exact same thing for hours at a time, waiting on that right drop, it's just like, why bother?
Yeah.
Just go play Minecraft and just hold left click and fucking W in the mines.
Yeah, sending people to the mines again. Well, you will.
I need those diamonds, man.
So I can tell.
My last diamond hoe broke, so you know.
There's not many people into what I'm into around here, says the 32-year-old mom of two. It's all about football for most people. Yeah, that's about accurate. She and her fiance John are both part of the World of Warcraft community, gaming
just
regularly and
just say
staying.
wow, Rory.
Yeah, I know, right? staying in touch with their guild or club via Discord. What? We've never heard of Discord, have we, Will? Never.
What now?
What's
Record?
Discord? Yeah, record. What's that? It's normal for most of us to get home, feed the kids, bathe them, put them to bed, then get online. It's how we socialise, she says. And as with most clubs, the guild has its own routine.
What the fuck is this article, man?
I don't know.
Do you also get home, Rory, and feed the kids, bathe them, put them to bed?
I go to the toilet if that counts.
I mean, I guess that's bathing.
Yeah, sure. I get a shower, I get a bath, I feed myself. I work.
He gets home, that's about it, you know?
Yeah. On Wednesdays and Sundays, we do raids with the whole team, she says. That's up to 20 of us. I know, I've read that and I'm baffled. I'm just intrigued. Most nights we'll jump online in the evenings after work and ask if anyone is up for doing little dungeon runs. We'll play for 2 or 3 hours, so having a good internet connection is really important, as otherwise it's really frustrating if you keep getting locked out.
Rory, they're not going with amateur gamers here. They're just going with shit, stereotypical shit. Because it's just all the mainstream games. FIFA, Call of Duty, and fucking WoW.
Yeah,
Because, you know, that's the only game PC players play.
Oh, obviously. We're having... while we're playing, we'll chat on Discord about our day-to-day lives with our friends and just have a giggle. It's no pressure if everyone dies in the game. Everyone dies. It's just fun. Well, that's it's like a scarring conversation topic, isn't it? Everyone dies. It's just
guys,
fun.
I'm dead. Just gonna go bathe the kids now.
We really shouldn't be making these jokes, obviously, because neither of us are in this sort of position.
Hang on, doesn't John? He doesn't have any kids. What do you mean he's going to bathe the kids?
Yeah, we don't talk to that guy anymore for a reason.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Just picking a random name.
We've got people that are in the UK mostly because it's a UK guild, but we do have some people from France, Germany, Switzerland. It's nice to be connected to a wide community. Joe Ellison. It's like Duolingo, but with weapons. What the fuck do you mean by that?
No.
What?
There's a way to switch off, so you shoot people in the face to switch off.
Yeah, I do.
That sounds accurate.
Well, I mean, don't we? We play violent games for this sort of reason, just to like cut ourselves off from the world and fucking relax, take our anger out on something.
Yes, cut.
Yeah, sure, we'll go with that. I tend to game when I finish work as a way to switch off. It sounds funny when you've been looking at a screen all day. For me, it's a really good way to socialize and unwind. As a northerner living, I'm.
It's
There
me.
we go. As a northerner living down south, his love of Call of Duty and FIFA has also served to keep him connected to his roots.
FIFA, man, like it's.
Why?
Roots of what? Roots of fucking being a big baby, diving at a sphere and crying because nobody touched you.
Oh, we're so gonna get bombarded for this episode.
Explain football to me in any other way, man.
Yeah, no, you're right. In my opinion, anyways.
Pile of shit.
Most nights he'll play online with friends, some of whom he hasn't seen in the flesh for years. I've seen Will in more often time periods than this. The fuck? Playing
Did you see me in the flesh as well?
I did, surprisingly. Playing Call of Duty duos is better than picking up the phone, as far as I'm concerned, and it can lead to some complicated scenarios. Like once I was counseling a mate who'd just gone through a messy breakup. While we were both hiding in a bunker, I lent an extra layer of Hollywood drama to
Doesn't
our
sound like
hardened
Call of
heart.
Duty to me whatsoever.
No, but
Sounds
I
a bit more
will.
like DayZ.
Yeah, I will admit though, I have done exactly this while playing on a game with the person, just not Call of Duty. Joe is also learning Italian and routinely joins random Italian language COD lobbies so he can sharpen his small talk as well as his shooting. This is where the Duolingo with weapons came from. Oh dear God. It's also a
I
real nice way
mean,
to
you
practice
definitely
speaking in game.
broaden your not your dialogue, your I had the word and then I lost it.
Go
God
on.
damn it. No, I can't remember. I had the word and then I forgot it. Should I?
Poor Will.
Shut up.
And it can be hilarious too. The first time I played with one Italian guy, he told me I live in Florence, I'm a painter. I was like, this guy's an amazing artist. Turned out he was a painter and decorator rather than Leonardo da Vinci. It got lost in translation. We stayed in touch because he said he wanted to improve his English. Huh. Ironically, when people say they're a painter, just because they're in Italy doesn't mean anything. Last part, Will. Last part. You can relax after.
Hmm.
I think I must live next to a server. It makes a huge difference socially. That makes
It
very
does.
little sense. Yeah, okay. From the moment she got her hands on a Game Boy, age 5, esports her Sue has lived and breathed video games. I now work in gaming and esports. My partner is a pro gamer, and a lot of my friends are also gamers. So playing online is something we do together a lot.
And what does he pro game in?
It
I'm
doesn't
not
say.
seeing a single game name.
Oh, I found one, but I don't see what it is. For her, having a great broadband means there's no
Oh,
barrier to socializing. I think we finally found out, Will, what it's trying to advertise.
yeah.
I think I must live next to a server, she says. I have 2 ping and an incredible amount of FPS. FPS is not affected by living next. Ugh. Right, I'm going to run through this for people. That way they know what's going on. FPS is controlled by your computer, the specs, or even the specs of your consoles. Your internet does not
Lack
impact your
of when it comes to
FPS.
consoles.
You what, sorry?
Lack of frames when it comes to
Yeah, true.
consoles.
Max of 60, typical about 45.
I don't know. I think it's just more common to see 30 apparently
Depends on the game, yeah.
from the things we've covered.
Oh, yeah. And the upload and download speeds are always amazing. That is affected by your internet, surprisingly enough. It makes a.
Actually,
Yeah, it really is. Swear to God.
can you prove it though?
I can run a speed test, but that would dox me, so no. Not here.
No balls.
Fuck off. It makes a huge difference socially. If my friends were like, hey, download Monster Taming game, Pal World, for fuck's sake.
What?
I'm done. We are literally.
Why did they feel the need to put
I
that
don't know.
there?
We're 45 minutes into the episode and I'm done.
Did they have like a requirement of words needed? And they were like, "Fuck, we're only at 47 out of 50."
Monster Taming game. Parhood, we're all playing it. Let's hop on in 20 minutes. I could do that in 10. Whereas in a place with bad internet, I'd be like, sorry guys, I've got to wait 4 hours
Is
before I
that
can join you.
comma apostrophe after minutes?
Yeah, no. Yes? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'm so lost.
Done. Can we get off this? Oh,
Yeah,
look,
yeah.
there's
We're gonna
X.
do that. So don't worry. We're gonna switch it up.
Dear God.
So Will, I've had
No,
35 minutes to come up with a question.
no. I'm
Now
already
I'm just...
broken.
Why do you think I'm gonna make it worse?
Really? Why do I think that?
Okay, I'm not asking for an
As
answer.
a
It was
whole,
rhetorical.
as a whole, you.
It was rhetorical. Okay, so my question for you, Will. Are you ready?
No.
Diddums. So, out of all the games you've ever played, which one?
This is not gonna. This is. I'm not gonna be able to come up with an answer for this.
I know. Which one would you like to see a remaster of?
Well, I don't know because my childhood game got remastered, so
Are you on about Ty?
yes.
Yeah, you've been playing a lot of that lately.
Well, I can't complete the second one because there is a bug for one of the events where you have to grind through a temple, and the opening event, the boss that chases you just insta kills you before it even starts. So yeah.
Yeah. I've just noticed you're just sat playing Bloons Tower Defense.
Oh, it's just been open in the background. I paused it whenever we started. So yeah.
Just casually.
Yeah.
So, I've been sat thinking about this for a bit because obviously it's all they're on about lately.
Mm-hmm.
Remastering games in which way and how do you want it doing and all this. And after sitting and thinking about it, I don't really want any to be remastered because they were good for what they were at the time.
Yeah, just give me multiplayer versions of certain fucking games like hot dogs, horseshoes, and hand grenades. I'd much more appreciate that.
Yeah, to be honest, a lot of things I would prefer are a lot of the like newer, a lot of titles we play still to this day. I mean, fucking hell, we all still go back to Skyrim. You can see here I was sat playing Enderall, just co-op stuff. A lot of stuff. All we want is the ability to play with our friends, and you can tell that because modders have been trying to make it a reality. So the question is, why wouldn't you? Why would you go against the idea to make a game co-op if you can? Especially as an update years later, because, well, we already know that, let's say, Bethesda, they definitely don't avoid trying to make games co-op. I mean,
Hmm. Hmm. It's almost like
they,
most player games are like single player games.
yeah, I
Hmm.
know, right?
Hmm.
What I'm more trying to say is, I actually lost my train of thought for a second, but what I was actually trying to say was that basically Bethesda, all these years later, they are still updating these games. They have no issue with updating. Yet for some reason, they seem to be completely incapable of adding these sort of features. The modders are more than happy to do so, but that's it. We're basically relying on the players and the communities to hope for the best. Are we guaranteed? No, not particularly. But I would bloody love to see more of it happen. I was sat trying to think of a question, and it just wasn't an easy one to come up with. You know me well, I'm very bad when it comes to coming up with
Yeah.
things off the top of my head. I know you're not much better either.
No, I mean you're not far off. Like remasters are cool and all to see. It gives you a reason to go back and play a game that you used to love. And you just sort of didn't have a reason to go and try again.
Oh yeah.
But the problem is, like, most of the time when a game gets remastered and you go and play it again, it doesn't feel the same. There's things that have been changed. One of the best part about a lot of the older games is just the stupid bugs and glitches that would occur.
Yeah, that is true.
And then they go through and try to nitpick everything, and it just changes how the entire game feels as a whole.
can't say you're wrong.
Like I'd rather see additions to the original of a game. Now maybe not ones just as old that would could do with a remaster, but like ones that did really well and had more, but still had more potential instead of doing a remaster, adding to them, even if it was just multiplayer
Yeah,
or some form of co-op, because it just gives an entire game a whole new feel whenever it's not just you on your own running through a story.
exactly. I mean, that's one of the things you and me keep asking for. Every single episode, I think we must have mentioned, we're on the lookout for new co-op games. That co-op game we downloaded the other week, and we had an idea that we were going to try and stream it. Turned out wasn't co-op.
Mm,
You remember that, don't you?
yeah.
Which, see if I've got it still up in here. We downloaded Untitled House. Uh, not on my list. But yeah, the other one, we have no idea. It basically said it was co-op. Seems like that's only the full version of the game. The demo is not. Which is a bit sad, to be brutally honest with you. But that just seems to be sort of how things are with it. So yeah, I didn't know really how to extend. I'm quite bad, as I said, with that sort of stuff. But this is genuinely something I think the games industry needs to look more into. Yes, we want our single player stories, but we don't get many of them anymore. Personally, what I'd quite like is to get a hold of some new co op story games. See how they are. Because let's be honest, that's what we're missing now.
Yeah.
We just don't get them anymore.
It's so difficult to find something to play together now as well.
Oh, yeah,
And the ones that you have done before, it's almost exhausting trying to go through them and like recreate scenarios or even just find new ones because you've done so pretty much what feels like everything that you could do already.
exactly.
And finding a new game that actually like is worth the time and effort and money.
Exactly, mate.
It's easier said than done.
It takes up a lot of our time trying to find something new to do or trying to find something that we can sit and play together. We just don't have the options half the time, and that is just sad more than anything else. I mean, I've started playing a lot of Sniper Elite, as you can see.
Yeah.
I'm thoroughly enjoying it, mainly because, well, it's Sniper Elite, and as much as I want to do stealth, I swear to God, I have not left a single mission with more than 7 people alive. It's kind of concerning. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of murder going off, and the X-ray killing is just hilarious to watch sometimes, especially when you get a good testicle shot. That is fun to watch. Watch the poor man drop like a sack of bricks. But yeah, I think with these events popping up next week, it will be a case of seeing what's there for us coming forward, because that's what we need. We need to find something that we will actually get out of it, because lately there just hasn't been anything. But yeah, that's all I can really think of for this week, as sad as it is. How about you, Will? You got anything you want to add?
Just keep looking for those games, man. Like, there's just want more and more to play because you seem that you go through the games so much faster than they can be made,
Oh, definitely.
which really sucks.
It does. I genuinely think it's going to be a case soon where I'll start going back through and trying 100% games.
Yeah, but even that's not as fun as it used to be because it's stupid shit.
Yeah,
Like beforehand, it used to be just find all these collectibles, and that was it. That was kind of it.
Yeah.
And now it's this absolute stupid crap that you got to do. You just got a full messenger shit. So you have
I mean,
pretending you're the courier from fucking Skyrim, just W keying all around the map.
oh yeah. I mean, I've in Sniper Elite 5 at the moment, there's a load of collectibles to get, which basically that involves finding letters in locations, but these are typically locations that you're going to be going in anyways, or destroying certain objects. It's not difficult to do in the slightest. It gives me a award for it. That's about it. But I'm fine with that, to be honest with you. But yeah, I think that's everything for this week. Sorry to end it on a bit of a down note, but it's kind of how everything's been going. So fingers crossed next week will be a large upper for us. We can sit, watch some streams together, discuss what the hell they're releasing, have a bit of a laugh at it, see how it
Let's hope
goes.
they've got some crazy releases lined up too.
Oh, fingers crossed, mate. I mean, as we've seen, I'll pull up the Discord instead. So we've got accessibility, which we're probably not going to watch. Summer Games Fest, I highly recommend checking out. That's at 10 p.m. on Friday if you're up for that.
I might be busy throughout the rest of the week,
Yes, no
like
problem.
Thursday to Saturday, because it's going to be Force White.
Yeah, no worries.
But the Sunday I will definitely free up for all of the shenanigans.
Sounds good to me. So Sunday we'll definitely be doing, which is June 9th. So on June 9th, we'll sit and watch the games, future game showcase, the Xbox game show. Oh, sorry, Xbox game showcase, Black Ops 6, PC gaming show, which will give us then. I will sit and watch the Summer Games Fest, Day of the Devs, possibly Devolver Digital. Wholesome Games I'll probably end up watching with my partner. She loves that sort of stuff. Future of Play and Future Game Show I'll also end up watching. So yeah, I will update us on them next week, and me and Will will have a good laugh at the Future Games the Xbox, Black Ops 6, and PC Gaming Show. Sound good?
Yep.
Fantastic. Right then. With all that said and done, then, thank you all for watching. As I said, I do apologise for the bit of a down ending. But if you have enjoyed, please feel free to like, follow, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Feel free to join the Discord if you want access to any of our updates there. And we'll be back here at the same time next week. So bye for now,
Yep.
guys. Have a good one.
Have a good one, guys. Look out for next week. Hopefully we get some great news.
Fingers crossed, mate. Catch you later.